All right, afternoon, Harpoon. I hope everybody's having a great day. My day is A-OK. Let's go to the clipboard. All right. Leaders staying in the loop. All right. Leaders staying in the loop. All right. You have to search sometimes because people don't want to tell you how to stay in the loop. So what they do is they try to keep you out of the loop. All right. Now, keeping you out of the loop is redundant and ridiculous. All right. Because regardless, people are going to let you know. All right. So how you stay in the loop, you pay attention. If nobody's telling you anything, then you just have to pay attention. All right. That's the key. Paying attention is key. Communication is key as well. But you have to pay attention. All right, because there's people that tell you things and let you know things without telling you. So that's how I stay in the loop. I pay attention a lot to everybody. All right, not just to people who I think are cute or pat me on the back, etc., etc., etc. All right, I pay attention. I pay attention to everybody. 2, creating a new business strategy can be rough. Creating a new business strategy can be rough. So what you have to do is you have to do your research. All right. Sometimes you have to repackage things, remarket things, and in order to break through. All right. A lot of people are stubborn when it comes to this because they think, no, I built it. This is good. This is ready. It's golden. But you know what? Things change over time. People's taste change over time, and they want different things. Just like I changed with me making music, for example, I've changed my approach with words and stuff. I feel like you can reach more people with using less profanity, less derogatory terms. But if you hear old music, that I have, that you might hear curse words and stuff like that, that was, that type of scenario. And then you have people who choose to say words that I don't use, and those are people's words. Those are their life. I don't never tell anybody what they can and cannot say. All right, with their art. 3, gathering feedback can be tricky because a lot of people don't like the truth. They don't like feedback. They don't, they say, "Can you tell me this?" And then you're honest with them, and then they're like, mad, and they're like, "Dude, you asked me for feedback. All right, I'm giving you feedback from where I sit. I do apologize that I hurt your feelings or whatever it may be, but you asked me for feedback, so I gave you feedback from where I sit. I can only see from my eyes." So when you're gathering feedback, be careful. Get feedback from what you want to get feedback on. All right. If you need to be detailed, be like, "Hey, well, how do these shoes look with this outfit?" Then be detailed. All right. 4, starting questions with what. I found it very important to ask what, why, when, where. All right. If you're not asking questions, then you're not being a leader. You have to know which way to go. You have to know what's for you and what's not for you. Some moves, are not for you. They don't fit in your equation. So if you're not asking what, then you're just following the herd. And some people follow the herd. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what you're doing, then lead the herd. All right? Don't follow the herd unless it's one of those days where you're like, "Dude, I have to do it today. I have to compromise." That's what business is about, is compromising. All right. Now, a question that I like to ask when people ask, because people ask me questions all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, as soon as I ask a question, then there's a problem. But I like to ask what for. All right. Like why? What is going on? All right. And if a person don't know what's going on, then you don't need to be following them. 5, making work fun. All right. Making work fun. Nobody wants to be at your job. All right. Your job is your job. All right. Your career is your career. Your career is what you want to do. Now your job helps you survive. Nobody wants to be there. So you have to make things fun. All right. This is part of my job. Being online, talking. What makes it fun for me? Saying how I feel moderately. All right. Being able to throw a slider in there every once in a while. That's what makes it fun for me. Being able to make jokes. Not about what I'm reporting, but make jokes about life and make it light and have laughs. That's what, to me. But you have to make your job fun in order for you to stomach it, because it's a job. You don't want to. Nobody wants to do their job. All right. If they want to do it and they're happy doing it, it's a career. Now, once again, that's just my opinion for where I sit. All right. Inflation and career influences. Inflation. There's nothing you can do about inflation. Inflation goes up and it goes up until it levels out, until the powers that be say, okay, that's too much, bring it down a notch, so everybody can, you know what I'm saying, survive. Like Biden was on Instagram and he's talking about trying to feed more families and, you know, make better plans. You know what I'm saying? That's the leveling out is what people are doing. So, you know, I jump behind people that level things out for people, but there's nothing you can do about inflation because there's too many hands that are in the pot that tinker with the numbers in order to get everything correct, because there's a such thing as called a cost of living that will go up forever because life changes. Now, career influences. Now, depending on what career you choose to be in, like I chose to be in media. All right. At first, it was like I used music as a Trojan horse to get to doing film. I like doing film. That's what I enjoy doing. I like creating film. So, but doing film by yourself and having a bunch of people around you that are camera shy and don't want to be on camera, dude, is very difficult to do, you know. So, you know, I had to do music because that's what everybody wanted to do. They want to hide behind a microphone, you know, and do whatever. So what I did was I started creating. I started in a room on a Renter Center computer. Somebody gave me a beat program that I learned, and I went from there. And then I got as many people as I could and as many voices as I could, no matter what they were saying, because you can't stop a person from freedom of speech, no matter what they're saying. If they're saying N-word this, cracker this, etc., 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 just because I don't agree with these words, that's their freedom of expression. All right. Now, there's words for reasons, and people do whatever they want and they say how they want. That's none of my business. I can only control what I do. But career influences, like music-wise, I've had a lot. Master P. Entertainment-wise, I've had a few as well. Like entertainment as a whole. Like who? Ice Cube. Ice Cube does a lot of entertainment as a whole. Who else? Who else did I follow? I mean, I really, to be honest with you, all right, everybody that's doing something, Russell Simmons, P. Diddy, excuse me, Sean Combs, you know what I'm saying? What, I don't even know what he's going with nowadays. Everybody that's done something big in entertainment, dude, they have been a career influence. Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, you know, the name goes on, at Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres. Everybody that does something big, the GOAT, LL Cool J. The list goes on and on. Everybody that does something big and changes the world, dude, has been an influence on me and the package of my to degree. Now, Master P has been a huge influence on me as far as the music business, because I respect his hustle. He came from nothing, you know what I'm saying, and he built a monster when it came to a squad. He was putting out album after album after album, and I used to listen to his squad, dude, all the time back in the 90s. But anyway, on to the next one. The royal treatment. It's funny because I used to use that as a line, all right? Not necessarily as a line, but in conversation with one of the mothers of my children. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I'm going to give you the royal treatment. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning that I'm going to give you the royal treatment. It's really self-explanatory. I'm going to put everything that I think about, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think about negative stuff, but I'm just saying, I'm not going to pay attention to anything negative. I'm going to focus on you. I'm going to make sure you feel amazing when I'm done doing whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And that could just be a back rub, you know what I'm saying? Or just listening to you. Or just, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Releasing stress off a person's back. That is the real treatment. Now, I don't stop that with women. I'm an equal opportunist. There's guys out there that are lacking in a lot of in the love department, because there are these wealthy or rich guys that everybody's like pulling from them and stuff like that, and nobody's giving them real love. So what I do is I spread love organically to guys, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, you know, necessarily into guys like that. All right, I'm into women. But anyway, the quote of the day: live every minute as if you are late for the last train. Who said that? Colson Whitehead. He's a writer as well. And you know what? I definitely agree. You know what I'm saying? That's why I show up early. That's why I leave late, because people before me did the same thing and they filled their plate. And to me, that makes a person great. Afternoon Harpoon. Everybody have a great day.